In this video, I'm going to react to your hot takes for chapter 1167, and if you want to be included for next week's hot takes video, make sure to follow me on X, and yeah, let's get into your hot takes. I don't know if Dummy Reverse Zebek even touches Kizaru at this point. Luffy would faint if Akainu flexed his Conqueror's Haki on him. Honestly, I just wanted to include this on this video because I just wanted to laugh, okay? I just wanted you all to have a laugh, okay? Harold has some sort of plan that he thinks might force the world government to make Elbaf a member nation. I absolutely agree. And even if you guys saw my chapter review yesterday, I said the exact same thing. Seeing chapter 1167 made me realize that Harold definitely had a plan. Especially the fact that he was all like, yeah, got it, thank you, yeah, man. It just felt like he was planning something, and he was just going along with the world government members and all these guys just to make it smoother and to make the plan as he thinks work actually. But I think he failed because we all know that he died 14 years ago. But yeah, I do agree with you on that. I feel like Shamrock won't be entirely evil. Honestly, I like that idea a lot. I like this idea a lot, honestly, because just the idea that Shamrock, I mean, especially the fact that we all know that Garlink is evil. He's pure evil, right? And he even became a Grossi and all that. When Shamrock was talking about Shanks with Luffy in, like, I don't know, chapter 11 and 37, I think. With the way Shamrock was talking about Shanks, it didn't feel like Shamrock was mad at Shanks. He was hating on Shanks. He was just describing that whatever happened with Shanks 15 years ago, him going to Meridio, he didn't like it there, and he went to the crappy underworld life or whatever. Let me get it, okay. He said, the pirate you're referring to is my younger twin. He went astray. At one point, he did return to the Holy Land, but it seems he grew too attached to the filthy world of the surface. So he wasn't trashing Shanks. He wasn't saying anything bad about Shanks. It's just he was describing whatever Shanks did, right? So I do feel like sometimes I do feel that Shamrock could be not entirely evil as you're saying, but the fact of the matter is that he's now the leader of the Holy Knights, so he's definitely having some contracts, some deeper contracts with Emu. So I don't know if it's even possible you can leave the world government at this point. Like the Gross said, there's like 13 people who have that deep contract with sea level contract with Emu. So I think once you get that contract, that type of contract with Emu, I think it's impossible to leave. I think Emu can kill you or remove your immortality or something like, I don't know, okay, I don't know. But let's hope that Shamrock is not entirely evil. I really love this chapter so much, man, that how Shanks is a mastermind and too smart for anything like acting within as per situations. And the best thing that I loved was Luffy's character development is increasing day by day as Rock since start of Elbaf, and he declaring Ida as mother is peak. Dude, I got so emotional reading the chapter as soon as I reached that Luffy Ida moment and him finally expressing his emotions. It's just, oh my god, dude, Luffy and his character is just so insane. Like comparing it to Rocks, I like that a lot because when you think he is kind of similar to Rocks, especially that he's idolizing Rocks. It makes sense for Luffy as a character to become like Rocks, but I love it so, and I absolutely do agree with you. Shanks as a mastermind, as the actor of the year, he did the performance of the year in the previous chapter, and Luffy as a character. And his character development is just pure masterpiece. I'm loving it. Ida will die and her death will drive Gerd to become a doctor. Number 2, Harold secretly seeks to turn Elbaf into a peaceful land, not a violent one. Number 3, we will see Harold become one of the Holy Knights. Yeah, I do agree with all the 3 points. It's not hot takes in particular, but yeah, I do agree with all the 3 points. I think, yeah, Gerd, once Ida died, I think, yeah, that drove her to wanting to become a doctor, because maybe Elbaf doesn't have, are not educated enough to be well known of how to cure these diseases or whatever, something like that, like poisonous or something or stuff. And yeah, I do agree that Harold not secretly seeks to turn Elbaf into a peaceful land. He pretty much declared it to the entire world that he wants to turn Elbaf into a peaceful land, not a violent one. And the Harold become one of the Holy Knights, I don't think that's gonna happen because whatever we've seen in the previous chapter, that was 15 years ago, and we all know that Harold died 14 years ago. So I don't think there's much time for Harold to become a Holy Knight. And I think the last time we've seen Harold in the previous chapter, while he was listening to Shanks talking, right? Shanks was trashing his life or whatever, that acting from Shanks. He looked disgusted, Harold, and that was the final time we saw Harold in the previous chapter, and I think that is gonna be the final time we see Harold in Marijua, I think. So it's interesting to see what Harold is gonna do in the next chapter, because I feel like he is pure good, nice dude, right? We all know that, right? So it's exciting. Let's see what's gonna happen in the upcoming chapter. We call Harold a bum for working with the world government for a greater cause, but Shanks does the exact same thing, and he's a goat. While they never became a member nation, Harold's actions transformed giants into a better version. People are too focused on hindsight to appreciate Harold's actions. I mean, to be fair, comparing the Shanks situation to the Harold is so different. I've seen people comparing the Harold situation to Odin. That could be comparable, right? But compared to Shanks, it doesn't make sense. I mean, Shanks was there for different causes, bro. He wasn't part of them. He wasn't one of them. He just went there for a mission, for maybe to spy on them, maybe to learn some stuff about Marijua, maybe to steal the head-to-head to know me, Luffy's Devil Fruit. We all know that Shanks went there not to be one of them, just to trick them into learning some stuff about Marijua and then absolutely leaving. So it's different situations with Shanks and Harold. I do get your point with people hating Harold so much on that. At the end of the day, we all know that Harold is a nice guy. He wants what's best for Elbaf. But the thing is, the way he's doing it is bad. And that is why people are hating on Harold. But comparing it to the Shanks situation is so different, you can't even compare it at this point. Shanks isn't lying and has been an ally of the world government this whole time. I guess that's a hot take. I mean, yeah, I've seen a lot of Shanks' evil theories and all that. To be fair, I don't think Oda's gonna do it. I don't think Oda's gonna make Shanks evil, especially the fact that he's the idol of our main character. He's one of the most beloved characters in all of the series. He sells a lot of... he makes a lot of money for Oda. I don't think Oda's gonna turn Shanks evil. Honestly, at this point, I think he's gonna be he's still gonna be the nicest dude on the whole series, in my opinion. Hey Marco, I have a theory that Shamrock and Shanks work together, because in today's chapter, we see that Shamrock asked the downward, and that solved many things, like fight Kaido, their sword hand changed, and I think Shamrock present or in future help him. It's like the first or the third hot take that we got today, but you're different. You're saying that Shamrock and Shanks are working together, especially that you're assuming or you're theorizing that Shamrock was the man who fought Kaido. I think you're making a lot of sense. Like, I do get your points, and if they actually happen, I'm gonna absolutely applause for you. Okay, honestly, I like the idea that Shamrock could be not entirely evil. I like the idea that Shamrock and Shanks could be working together. That's gonna be a huge force when you think about it. Like, imagine two Shankses working together. That's a lot of power, right? So yeah, I guess these are your hot takes for today's video on this week's chapter. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know in the comments what do you guys think about the hot takes, and if you get sorry, voice crack. Okay, I was trying to hold it, but I couldn't. Write any hot takes you got for this week's chapter 11 and 6-7. I guess thank you guys for watching. Get out of here.